Hello Shiny Nikki lovers, we're back for part 2, The Artist. Star Calendar, year 2337, summer, Hoffman Estate. My dear Monette, I'm certainly not rushing you. You know I'm the most art-loving factory owner in all of Rosette, but you've been staying here for a month now. Oh, is she being a bum in your house? My estate boasts the finest garden in Apple, with cloudflowers and wasteland plants transplanted in the greenhouse. Surely that's worth a painting from you. Monette sat before the blank canvas in silence. Okay, apparently not. He stayed at the estate to paint the garden, faced with flawless plants from across the continent. He lifted his brush again and again, only to set it down. It's 'cause you don't have water lilies, mate. Too contrived, so vivid they seem counterfeit. His strokes stiffened on the page, a far cry from nature's living beauty. Oh, he's having an art block. But he could not bring himself to say no. Hoffman was a generous patron, and Monette was in a slump. Preparations for his solo exhibition had long been stalled. I did promise to paint the garden for you. I searched for inspiration every day, but... The frustration in his chest grew heavier. He removed his glasses and wiped the lenses with the handkerchief, pressing it a little too hard. Oh, let's see. His eyesight has always been poor. Though through the blur, he looked past the ornate greenhouse glass and glimpsed briefly at the sky's true colour, grey and desolate. That's pretty sad. Let's look at the sky. It's grey and desolate. Chimneys everywhere. Air that never clears. My eyes cannot capture light and shadow. Okay, yeah, because they said it was in industry. I'd like to go out for a walk. Oh, my dear artist, I wouldn't advise that. Many citizens have caught the flu lately. With your constitution, you're better off staying in my warm estate. So, basically, you're weak. Ha! The artist finally exhaled, a breath tinged with mockery, yet so faint it dissolved into a helpless sigh. Monette studied Hoffman, the smug face, the metal trinkets, the Forks Pigeon noble finery. He looked like the plants in his collection. Overwrought, ugly, and arrogant, yet utterly oblivious. Wow, that's pretty insulting. He's your patron. Just as he seemed oblivious to the fact that the citizens' so-called flu was his own doing, too many towering chimneys had fouled this city's air and water. Oh, so, they don't really know about germs yet. No, the factory owner knew better than anyone. He simply didn't care. Aww. Monette imagined Hoffman seeing straight through his struggle and resentment, his fragile artistic ideals reduced to an idle amusement in the man's eyes. Oh no, so he's Hoffman's corrupt. Hoffman chuckled softly, his shrewd eyes blinking. Without these chimneys, how could this beautiful garden exist, my dear artist? Ooh, that's creepy. All right. You may stroll to the lily pond outside the garden. It has the cleanest water in all of Rosette. Now he's starting to sound evil, a bit like, what is it, from the Lorax. Soon my garden will expand to include it. It will eat everything and take over the environment. Feel free to incorporate it into my domain ahead of time in your painting. Okay. It really is, you just cut down the trees. I'll trust you'll soon have a magnificent painting ready for my parlour, yes. Okay, I'm going to destroy all the other garden stuff so I can have a painting in my parlour. The following evening, Monette walked to the lily pond. Oh, the only part that's still natural. In the small pond, it was a small pond, but its water was indeed clear as glass. Almost a miracle in Rosette. He stared at the half-bloomed water lily, lost in thought. In the hazy glow of the sun, he saw... Is it Alloy? Oh, a fawn. It stood at the water's edge, staring at its reflection, its eyes crystalline with dewdrops, mirrored in the pond. It was no ornamental deer confined to a garden. It seemed born of a forest, as if it had never seen a human before. Ooh, let's see. Oh, there it is in the picture. The artist's eyes grew warm. He blinked, and the still pond stretched before him, widening into a boundless lake. This water predated humanity. It once reflected glaciers and the first stirrings of life, ages of beauty crystallizing into trembling flowers on its surface. Monette was too stunned to speak, afraid to disturb the creature amid the ripples of the sunset. But when he blinked again, the form was gone. From the shimmering ripples of a water-nymph silhouette emerged. Is that Alloy? Man Alloy? No, not a nymph. Oh, it's an elf. Oh, okay, so that wasn't Monette. As the dreamlike glow faded, the artist discerned the figure before him. Long, pale gold hair, slender pointed ears, eyes like emeralds. An elf, youthful in appearance. He sensed a pure beauty within the elf, hidden beneath the refined suit, a beauty utterly out of place in the city. This is the only water lily in the city that has not withered. The elf's voice was soft as wind through leaves. He was not speaking to anyone, but merely whispering to a flower in the twilight. Okay, so he's blithering. But blooming here is no different from withering. Oh, it's good, yeah. The elf silhouette was bathed in the soft twilight, as if all nature's remaining divinity was gathered around him. The artist saw. Oh, this is so beautiful. Is this the concept? How the light kissed the elf's profile, adorning the tips of his pale golden hair with diamond-like sparkles. How the ripples scattered and gathered the sky's hues, blending the ultramarine of dusk and the pale lavender of water lilies into the air. How every contour softened and flowed, how colours broke free from form, dancing across the vision. He had no canvas, no brush, but twilight had bestowed upon him all its colours. The serene, misty, quivering, ever-shifting light and shadows surged through his heart, a palette spilling across his mind. Yes, and words that are too hard to say are spilling across my screen. By the time he had broke free from this vision, the elf had vanished. Ooh, only the water lily remained, standing with him in the fading twilight. I never spoke with him, but the light and the shadow of the moment were etched into my heart. Oh, so he's going to paint him. You all know what came after. This is the water lilies, the painting framed across Mirrorland. So part 3, Sleeping Lilies. In the oil painting, water lilies bloom on glass-like waters, as dust veils the flowers in lakes while a faint deer silhouette lingers in the woods. Everything in the painting feels less like reality and more like a mirage refracted through the mist. Yeah, maybe he was like hallucinating. This is the first water lilies, renowned throughout Mirrorland. Wow! True art really is something everyone finds beautiful. I can almost smell the lilies. My nature's instincts are awakening. The forest is calling me. Wow, Momo, that might be a bit of an exaggeration. Such beautiful light and shadow, and somehow I feel like I can see the elf silhouette in it. This is no illusion. A familiar figure truly stands before the painting. Ophelia! Wait, why is Ophelia the fairy queen here? The blonde, blue-eyed elf queen sits before Manette's work, wrapped in a soft shawl, sketchbook in hand, as she copies the masterpiece. Without attendants, she looks less like Pigeon Kingdom's queen and more like an art student. Her face brightens with a genuine smile at the sight of old friends. Oh, is that us? Nikki, Akihiro, and Momo, how wonderful! I knew I'd find you here. Ophelia, how have you been? Is Pigeon Kingdom doing alright after the crisis? I'm well. Life has returned to normal, and everyone has found a new path forward. Archpriest Alan has gone to Wasteland, where the ancient faith began. He hopes to find new revelations for Pigeon and the continent. Okay, so he's gone on like a pilgrimage. His student, Caston, has taken over his duties and is overseeing the rewriting of Glory's sacred text, Sin Phonica. After the latest election, more humans have joined Pigeon's council. The nation is becoming a home for all its citizens. The Wintermount Designer Tea Party preliminaries ended. Mary told me so many fun stories, and how well you'd look after her. Thank you. The shawl around Ophelia is the one Mary made during the competition. Oh, that's so sweet. It was a magnificent celebration of beauty. I'm sad I couldn't attend, but I'll always cheer for you. What about Modric? What about Modric? My teacher, who loves sleeping and always gets lost, went travelling again with my junior disciple. Everything is improving. Pigeon has found its radiance again. Thanks to you, Nikki. Akihiro, I'm an afterthought. It's everyone's effort. And Ophelia, you've sacrificed so much. Nikki's voice trails off. She notices Ophelia's wings, where brilliant radiance once shone. Why not anymore? But the elf who lost her light smiles gently, her expression brightening again. Oh, what the hell? Don't worry, I'm in good health. No, you're not. And I like who I am. I can finally think from a human perspective. I feel closer to every citizen of Pigeon. Damn, I'd be upset if I lost my wings. Maybe because time feels short, I've been full of energy lately. Sometimes I even forget to sleep while working. That doesn't actually sound good. My aunt said I couldn't continue like this and forced me to take a break. What intimidating stamina! Ophelia was truly born to be a queen. Yes, Momo. Commander Hilaraid is right, even a queen needs balance, but I didn't expect you'd come all the way to Rosette. You never left Pigeon before. Recently I discovered a painting by my ancestor Ludwig in the Royal Treasury. It showed the back of a human girl. A flowing gown, wheat gold hair swaying in rhythm, and a snow-white pearl on her ear. One that Nikki knows all too well. Then I realised the elven perspective isn't as narrow as I thought. We don't only see glory, radiance, and fading dusk. Elves left the forest long ago, venturing across the continent, beyond Pigeon. They may have lived entirely different lives, and I want to see through their eyes. Oh, she's doing like her own pilgrimage, though everyone in Pigeon is doing pilgrimage. And yet, it was a human artist who recorded all of this. The Elf's Queen gazes at the water lilies before her, with longing in her eyes. Why are you longing? This painting became famous across Mirrorland when it was created. The royal family bought it at great cost, and it once hung at the centre of the palace gallery. I loved it as a child and copied it many times, studying every brushstroke. Though the artist was a human from Apple Federation, and father dislikes anything from Apple, oh, he's racist, even he praised this painting. Why? Perhaps because it reminds elves of their homeland. Oh, okay, no, he's not racist, they just don't. The elves' homeland? Okay, let's figure this out. Yes. Looking at it feels like returning to a place we can never reach again. Yet without humans. Maybe elves are naturally nostalgic. Even after thriving in a new land for millennia, our souls cling to the branches deep in Pigeon Forest. As a child, I often dreamed of forests, even though I had never seen one. Oh no, so we're like post-industrial apocalypse with elves and sissies. The forest in my dreams was young, with endless leaf green. Life shimmered on every leaf, and elves were its only children. Yeah, without humans. The forest was so lush, as if it would exist like this forever, but... A breeze sweeps through the gallery, unable to stir the painting's ripples. After a quiet moment, Nikki finishes Ophelia's thought. But as civilization advanced, the forest suffered and declined. After the elves left, they never returned. Oh, this is so sad. It's got so much more lore than I thought. Yes, it's a truth everyone has to face. Just as the sun sets, night eventually falls. It's alright. If we want to go back now, we can. The Elf Queen glances at the misty light and shadow in the painting, a distant dream untouchable yet close. After the new radiance was born, the little tree spirits and shroomies told me many creatures in the forest are awakening. The past glory won't return, but new buds will grow from withered branches. We only need patience to nurture them. Okay, so they're like revitalizing. Maybe the canopy won't be as lush, the branches not as strong, but they will have the beauty of their own. The Elf Queen looks into Nikki's eyes and nods, almost childlike. Aww. We will, I'm sure. Part 4, Factory Owner. Outside the Hoffman Mansion dining room stands a vast greenhouse where tropical plants unfurl broad leaves as midday light scatters down and in scattered flecks. The master of the mansion dines in the pleasant setting. Across from him sits an elf with pointed ears and long hair. Oh, it's the elf Manette fell in love with and painted, dressed in a sharp suit. Mr. Green, you must try today's wine. It's an heirloom variety from Pigeon Forest, sweet, rich, with a floral note. I don't drink. Yes. Then let's get to business. How much do you plan to invest in Hoffman Chemical Factory? I don't think the elf should be investing in a chemical factory. You've been in Apple long enough to know I don't partner with just anyone. Only someone of noble birth and considerable means like yourself is worthy. Everyone knows we have the largest factory complex in Rosette, the tallest chimneys and the most workers. Our products sell across Mirrorland. What do you even make? The whole market will be swept up in this industrial wave. Even Apple's government relies on my support. This lobster came from Wintermount. Won't you try some? The elf looked down at the spread of delicacies and chose only a small piece of pink strawberry cake, nibbling with a faint disdain. Disdains the novel rich, but likes sweets. Humans say, seeing is believing. I haven't actually seen the factory. Of course, you can't just make such an investment without an inspection. Hoffman swallows a mouthful of lobster, eating with a vigour that reminds Alias of a beast. Trust me, it will astound you. Ooh. Oh, Alois is like alloy. Chimneys bolted out the sky, endless churning grey clouds. This is different. Beneath them stretch rows of massive factory buildings where thousands of workers toil day and night. The lights never go out. Just as I said, factories are society's engine. Ooh, wow. Hoffman strides ahead, spilling proclamations from beneath his white mask. We produce endless affordable goods for everyone and provide jobs that support countless families. Yeah, okay. It's practically charity. Okay, no, having a job is not charity. The factory owner says proudly. Alois frowns. From the moment he entered, the air had been hard to breathe in. You're not used to the smell. We prepared masks and protective clothing. You shouldn't need masks and protective clothing. I'm fine. No, you're not fine. Put it on. The elf takes in the light and air in this land with every sense, even as it sickens him. Ugh. Do they always work like this? You mean the workers, probably. He points at the sea of masked workers below. Of course not. Look at the rest area. It's just ahead. The factory owner assumes the noble elf merely wants to display benevolence like any other so-called noble. Oh, so fake it, yeah. The people here love eating lunch by the river. Oh, with the water lilies. You call this a river? Oh, is it not a river? Oh, shit. The elf stops and stares at the water surface. The waterway diverted from the Jade River. Oh, the waterway diverted from the Jade River. This city grows because of it. It's pretty gross. Ink-black wastewater pours into the channel. Acid fumes rising as workers eat their rye bread beside it, unbothered. Not the rye bread. Oh my god. A few water lilies float nearby, perhaps planted for decoration or scattered by a worker. Oh, that's so sad. Unsurprisingly, they have withered before blooming. Alois ignores Hoffman's chatter. His gaze fixes on the wilted, out-of-place lilies. That's so depressing that someone put them out. Water lilies are resilient. They absorb impurities and purify their surroundings, unless the burden is too great, so it's pretty polluted. Hoffman has finally noticed his investor's expression, though the flowers mean nothing to him, even though he has a massive garden of them. Mister, this isn't some pigeon noble's garden. Industrial progress has a price. The factory owner adds smoothly. Ooh. But don't worry, it's only temporary. No, I think you're just polluting the rivers. If you'd like water lilies, visit my mansion's garden. It has the finest pond in Rosette. Oh,